हरे कृष्ण। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामीति नामिनि। नमस्ते सारस्वते गौरवाणि विचारिणि निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणि। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। We'll continue our discussion. Just a minute. I'll share the screen for you. So this is a very Narada Muni was cursed by Daksha, and Narada Muni accepted also. He thought it's a good opportunity for him to go around and preach. So that is the, what do you say, the mindset of a devotee. He takes the situation as the mercy of Lord. And this is another interesting chapter, the progeny of daughters of Daksha. श्रीसुखवाच ततः प्राचेतसो असिक्न्याम् अनुनीतिः स्वयंभुवा षष्टिं सञ्जयनाम् आसा दुहित्रा पितृवत्सलाः. Sukadeva Goswami said, "My dear king, thereafter, at the request of Lord Brahma, Prajapati Daksha, who is known as Prachetasa, begot 60 daughters in the womb of his wife Akshini. All the daughters were very affectionate towards their father. After the incident concerning the loss of his many sons, Daksha repented his misunderstanding with Narada Muni. Lord Brahma then saw Daksha and instructed him to beget children again. This time Daksha was very cautious to beget female children instead of male so that Narada Muni could not disturb them by urging them to accept the renounced order. So here interesting, Daksha has capacity to decide. Not only children male or female also has that ability. He's not just creating daughters, they are very powerful personalities. They are going to create species only, species of life. So such great women they are. They are not some like, anyway, I don't want to give like in some movies they will show some female is producing ghosts or something. They are very powerful women, but here this they are not like ghosts and all, but here like uh, middle ages witches or some sorcerers. They are not like that. They are really very divine personalities. And proposition females are not meant for the renounced order of life. They should be faithful to their good husbands. For if a husband is competent for liberation, his wife also achieve liberation with him. As stated in Shastra, the results of husband's pious activities are shared by his wife. Therefore, woman's duty is to be very chaste and faithful to her husband. Then, without separate endeavor, she will share in all the profits in husband's earning. But problem now, presently now, husbands are not devotees and sometimes wife are devotees. And sometimes, even though both are devotees, wives are more serious than husband also. So in that case, na, it is just a duty they have to perform. They may not spiritually take shelter. Because Prabhupada time also, some of the Matajis were like that, and Prabhupada told them to live separately only. Because he understood that in Kali Yuga, the systems are little complicated. In practical level, if you see, sometimes Prabhupada encouraged some Matajis to stay separate from their husband because they saw that it is not conducive for their bhakti. Like Yamuna Mataji, Jagataranya Mataji, they were living separate. Prabhupada said, okay, you go and have your own ashram and happily stay. But they are that is not renounced order. They are taking help of each other and staying, and that is there because it is little complicated in Kali Yuga. So we cannot go with some of the shastric injection as it is. So it's not against shastras because it is difficult now nowadays how things are working. uh, so Dashadharmaya Kayadhya Divi Satri Navachendavai Bhutagnir Sashashvebhyo Vedve Tarakshaya Chaparam. He says he gave 10 daughters in charity to Dharma, 13 to Kashyapa, first 12, then 1, 27 to Moon, and 2 each to Agni, uh, Kashva, and Bhuta. This 27, na, they are the 27 star in 1 month, it goes to all 27. Previously, the moon was staying in one star. Then all of them they complained. Then moon start moving in 27. I think one Abhijit Nakshatra is Lord Vishnu. Apart from that, there are 28 stars. 27 is where moon moves. So in our Grahana astrology, what we do, we calculate what is our nakshatra. That means today I am born, in which which moon is near to which star, that will be our star. Say like today moon is in Purva Bhadra star, and in that also there will be four parts within the moon, within the star which closer to that star. There are four parts. So if I am born today, they will say okay, Purva Bhadra nakshatra and fourth pada. That means in the fourth part of that star. So like that, every star has four parts. So in that way, the whole month is divided. So moon almost it takes 1 month to cover all the 28 stars, 27 stars basically. That means they are all the wives of the moon who are daughters of Kashyap Muni. Angira, Kashva, and Bhuta are the three more uh, Daksha gave their daughter. And other four daughters were given to Kashyapa. So Kashyapa received 17 daughters. 27 to moon, 10 to dharma, Yamaraj. So they actually are very powerful personalities. So they choose their husband like that. Some of them are given, some of them they themselves choose. Okay, I want this personality as my husband. And Namadheyam Anusam Tvam Sapatyanam Chatme Shrunu याशां प्रसूति प्रसवे लोक आपूरितस्त्रियः. Now please hear from me the names of all these daughters and their descendants who fill all the three worlds. See, Daksha is so very nicely populating that basically he is giving living entities opportunity to execute their duties and perfect their life also. Bhanurlambha kadu yamay विश्वसाध्या मरुत मरुत्वती वसुमूर्त्या संकल्पा धर्मप्रज्ञः सुतांशुतु. So the 10 daughters given to Emerald were named Bhuanu, Lamba, Kakuda, Yami, Vishwa, Sadhya, Marutvati, Vasu, Muhurta, Sankalpa. Now here their sons' names. So, O king, a son named Deva Rishabha was born from the womb of Bhanu, and from him came a son named Indrasena. From the womb of Lamba came the son named Vidotha, and all who generated the clouds. You see, the clouds are from Dharma's sons. So, Dharma son, and that means Yamaraj here. And from the womb of Kakuda came the son named Sankata, whose son was named Kitaka. Kitaka from Kitaka came the demigods named Durga. From Emi came the son named Swarga, whose son was named Nandi. You see, Nandi is born to also Dharma only, and Durga is also born. She must be one of the demigods, Durga. There can be many demigods with that name, so not a problem. These are all from. See, women should be powerful to get good children. So the responsibility is with women. Based on her uh, devotion, she can attract that type of living entities. So she should be very, very devotional. Otherwise, it will leave a problem. Like Prabhupada was very advanced, but his wife was not. So that's why he could not get devotee children. That is a problem. So woman is devotional, she can get very nice children. If she is not getting also Krishna's arrangement, that not that she is not devotional. Like for devotee parents, child is not devotee does not mean Mataji has some problem. Problem is Krishna means no, it's Krishna's arrangement like that also. So here the sons of Vishwas were the Vishwa Devas who have no progeny. From the womb of Sadhyas came Sadhya came Sadhyas who had sons named Artha Siddhi. So here Vishwadevas and Sadhyas, they are also Upa Devatas. They are little less than demigods. And the two sons who took birth from the womb of Marutvati are Marutvana and Jayanta. Jayanta, who is an expansion of Lord Vasudeva, known as Upendra. So here Upendra is born. Muhurtika took birth from the womb of Muhurta. These demigods deliver the results action of living entities to their respective of their respective times. Muhurtas. So what muhurta, what will happen to us? Like what type of karma should come? That muhurta will decide for us. That's why we are so much particular about muhurta because they are the deliverers. So if you do things in wrong muhurta, you get wrong delivery. They say Rahu Kala. That is the best time to get bad results. So people avoid Rahu Kala. They want to keep it very. Every day has some particular Rahu Kala. Don't worry. If you are doing service to Krishna, they will not trouble you. If you are doing any other thing which is not connected to Krishna, then we have to be little more careful in with particular to time muhurtas and particular days and all. Like say we are working for Krishna and we are our job is for pleasing Krishna, our house is for the service of Krishna, then all these things will not matter. And if those things are not there, at least that intention should be there also, no problem. Like my intention is my house is for Krishna, my family is for Krishna, even that intention is sufficient. because that makes a difference. If we don't have that type of intentions and we are selfish, then we have to be careful. That's the point. So muhurtas are the people who are delivering things. Marriage, we have to do take proper muhurta for marriage. So why? Because they give resultant actions for the reactions for the actions like that, right? And then we have the son of Sankalpa known as Sankalpa, and from him lust was born. Oh, acha. The son of Vasu was known as the eight Vasus. Just hear names from me: Drona, Pana, Dhruva, Arka, Agni, Dosha, Vastu, and Vibhutsava. Abhimati, the wife of Vasu named Drona, was generated. The son named Harsha, Shoka, Bhaya, and so on. So here Vasu's son Drona, and another Sankalpa is also from him lust was born. Means Sankalpa means we are deciding to do something. It's a wow. So from the lust is born. Ojaswati, the wife of Prana, gave birth to three sons named Shaha, Ayush, and Puro Purojaba. So Ojaswati and Prana, so they are connected. So from the wife of Prana. So the wife of Dhruva was known as Dharani, and for whom various cities took birth. So the cities are also not just by like that happening; they are also generated. That means there is a energy behind that city which is generating. And what is that energy? Here we are facing Dharani. So Dharani Devi should, if like Jaipur, what happened is the king Raja Jai Singh, he was living in a palace, and then from Vrindavan, the deities were brought to Jaipur. Not Jaipur actually, outskirts that place. So what happened is they were living in some simple places because of the Muslim invasions. They have to bring them to Jaipur. Then Lord tells to the king, "Arey, you are living in a palace and we don't have any place to stay." So then he built the whole city of Jaipur, and in the middle he made the palace, and in that Radha Govind were in the middle, and whole all around it the city got developed. So the whole city came, and the name of the city became Jaipur because it was made by Jai Singh. Now here, how did this happen? Because of the energy of Dharani Devi. So in her room, cities took birth. So if Calcutta city was developed initially from the ancestors of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, they shifted there. So they brought that energy. So like that. So big cities took birth. It is also energy behind that, and it is not just random. That means we don't see world as something material. We see energy behind everything. And if energy is there, there is a person who is controlling that energy also. That is the most important part for us. Who is the person behind that energy is what matters for us. And all these energies are there which are working. Yakshas are there. For every city, there will be Yakshas who are governing it. From the womb of Vasana, the wife of Arka, came many sons, headed by Trisha. Dhara, the wife of Vasu, named Agni, gave birth to many sons, headed by Darvinaka. Darvinaka. From Kritika, another wife of Agni. So these are the wives of Agni. Previously, they were of Dharma. Now Agni has Agni. Kritika is the son of came the son named Skanda Kartikeya, whose sons are headed by uh, Vishaka. The womb of Sarvari, the wife of Vasu named Dosha, came the son Shushumara, who is expansion of Supreme Lord. So they are actually some celestial beings, everything. If somebody does more research, they will understand. I didn't do it. Maybe in other Puranas, this story will be there behind. Why they are born to these people only. So instead of watching some melodramas, people can read Puranas and start making stories on these Puranas. That will be some benefit for them. Actually, some of the Indian series, na, they try to take stories from Vishnu Puran, this Puran, that Puran, but they do it in a very wrong way. They want to make it commercial. They don't do exact story. Angirasa, the wife of Vasu, named Vashtu, was born. The architecture Vishwakarma. Vishwakarma became the husband of Akriti, and from whom Manu named Chakshasa was born. The sons of Manu were known as Vishwadevas and Sadhyas. See, Vasu, Vastu, Vishwakarma, they're all connected. So when we are doing Vastu Puja, the mantras are also chanted accordingly. That they are the sun and Vastu and Usha, the wife of Vibha Vasu, gave birth to three sons. Vyashta, Rochasha, Atpata, and from Atapa came Panchayama, the span of day, who awakens all living entities to material activities. Panchayama. So that is also an energy. We are waking up morning because of some energy. Now comes big people. You see, Sarupa, the wife of Bhuta, gave birth to 10 million Rudras. 10 million. Of whom 11 principal Rudras were Raivata, Aja, Bhava, Bhima, Vama, Ugra, Varaskapa, and Ajita, Kapta, Abhi, Ahirbandam, Bhurupa, and Maha. These associates, the ghost and goblins, were very fearful, were born from the wife of Bhuta. That's why they are called Bhutas. They are born from Bhuta. Na? That's why they are called Bhutas also. And how many? 10 million. So really, she must be really powerful personality. Vishwanath Chakravarti Tagore comments that Buddha has two wives. One of them, Sarupa, gave birth to 11 Rudras. Another wife gave birth to associates of Rudras known as goats and hobgoblins. So Daksha is. See that living entities are needed because their living entities have some desire. Na? So to fulfill, Lord is helping them. Is giving that facility for them. So and Kashyap had, Kashrava has two wives named Arichis and Dishna. In the wife named Archis he gave Dhumeketu, and in Dishna he gave four sons named Vedasara, Devala, Yumna, and Manu. Parikshit Maharaj has very few days, but still Sukadeva Goswami is telling all these things because they are needed. Because Sukadeva Goswami is telling it is needed for us also. He want to learn these things because that will help us to progress. The four wives of Kashyapa, who is also known as Taraksha, was were named Vinita, Suparna, Kadru, Patangi, and Yami. Patangi gave birth to many kinds of birds. That's why they are Patang, who fly in the air. Patangi. Yami gave birth to Loctus. And Vinita Suparna gave birth to Garuda, the carrier of Lord Vishnu. Aruni is a chariot driver of sun god, and Kadru gave to serpents. So like that we have very good list of animals. How to understand that female giving birth to different species in scriptures? Actually, it is an energy. Understand, it is not just say now. they are able to generate that energy. That's why they are able to give that species only. Like Kadru, she is able to generate whole species of ear serpents. She has that much energy, that much potency in her womb that she can generate. Now, presently, say now, woman, she has the ability to generate one small child. Sometimes twins are, sometimes three also. So they are generating children. How they are coming into the womb? That means that womb has that power. Womb has that energy. Kadru's womb has energy to produce serpents like that. It is not about human giving birth to other species. It is what type of energy you have that will give birth. Now, if what happens if the uh, womb is like there is some weakness in the male or female, then there will be the child will not have proper growth. That means they are not sufficient to give that much energy for the body to develop. So now this is the technology in that womb. Who gave the technology? So Krishna kept the technology in the womb of mother so that she can generate the children. Now Krishna can give another technology also. No, he can give technology in the Kadru's womb so that she can create serpents also. Like that. So that's how we should understand. So it's a technology which we don't have. Now scientists are trying different technologies. If they get all this technology, can you imagine what all destruction they can do? So it is not accessible. And like say we give the story of Astika. He was going. Uh, he was when he told his wife, "Na, let you have child." She immediately had child. He did not have to uh, do anything. Now Brahma is creating. He did not marry to create other species. Other sorry, he did not have to marry to create all the 10 sons. Brahma just created. So how did he create without wife? From where they came? They came from the mind of Brahma. So creation, five types of birth are there. Just by the word they say, okay, let you have the child is there. Or they just touch the hand, the child is born. One is by wishing that you should have a child, the child is born. Another is by touching a hand, the child is born. Another is like Dronacharya and Kripacharya and Drona and Dronacharya. Like that was the semen was collected in the drone and leaf cup, and he is born from that. So many technologies are there. This is another technology. So it's all technology only. Because the moon god was very much attached to Rohini, he neglected all other wives. Therefore, seeing the bereavement of daughters, Prajapati Daksha became angry and cursed him. That's the reason moon becomes waning and waxing moon is because of Daksha's curse to the moon. Because he was staying with Rohini only. He next Rohini Nakshatra. And Krishna is born, uh, Krishna is born on Rohini Nakshatra. So this is famous star of moon god also. Thereafter, the king of the moon pacified Prajapadaksha with courteous words and thus regained the portion of light he has lost during his disease. Nevertheless, he could not beget children. The moon loses his shining power during the dark fortnight, and in the bright fortnight it is manifested again. O King Parikshit, now please hear from me the names of the Kashyap's wives, from whose womb population of entire universe has come. So here now what happened to moon god? Moon, he kidnapped the wife of Brihaspati and he begot a son named Buddha. So in astrology, what they do, they say if Buddha and Chandra, they are family, and Guru will be against this family. So if you have, so the calculations like that, because Buddha and Chandra, they are always they are good to each other, whereas Guru will not be good with them because they fight. So this is from this story where Chandra is going to kidnap Brahaspati's wife, like that. Sorry, Guru's wife. Yeah, anyway. So now the population is increased because of Kashyap's wife. Aditi, Diti, Dona, Dhanu, Kashta, Arishta, Susara, Ila, Manu, Muni, Kodas, Vasa, Tamara, Surabhi, Samara, and Timi. From the womb of Timi, all the aquatics took birth. From the womb of Samara, the ferocious animals like tigers and lions took birth. So that is Lord's technology. He can create. From Sharaba, buffaloes, cows, and other animals with claw hooves took birth. From womb of Tamara, eagles, vultures, and other large birds of prey took birth. And from the womb of Muni, the angels took birth. What happens is, if you kill any of these animals, now you will upset these personalities also. Surabhi, from uh, from the womb of Surabhi, so she will be upset if you are doing any harm. So same thing with the birds. If you are doing something wrong, Tamara will feel upset, or Patanga will be upset because both are generating birds. So you are big birds and they are small birds. So if you are doing something with snakes, then Kadru will be upset. So because they are their children, their ancestors, so they will be upset. So the sons are born of Krodha Vasha were the serpents known as Dandashukha, who were as well as other serpents and the mosquitoes. All the various creepers and trees were born from the womb of Ila. Rakshasas, bad spirits, were born from the womb of Sushara. So Gandharvas are born from the womb of Arishta. The animals whose hooves are not split, such as horses, were born from the womb of Kashta. O king, from the womb of Danu came 61 sons, of whom these 18 were very important. Danu children are uh, Drumodhara, Sambara, Arishta, Hayagriva, Vibha, Vasu, Ayamukha, Sankushira, Swabhanu, Kapila, Aruna, Puloma, Vishpaparva, Ekachakra, Anutapana, Dhumarekshaka, Virupaksha, Viprachitta, Durjaya. At last. The daughter of Surabhanu named Suprabha was married to Namuchi. The daughter of Visparva named Samishtha was given to the powerful king Yayati, the son of Nahusha. So Virasparava is also called Kripacharya, Shukracharya, sorry. And now Vishwarnava, the son of Dhanu, had four beautiful daughters named Upadhanu, Hayashira, Puloma, and Kalaka. Hiranyaksha married Upadhanua and Krutu married Hayashirsha. So thereafter, at the request of Lord Brahma, Prajapati Kashyapa married Puloma and Kalaka, the other two daughters of Vishwarnava. From the womb of these two wives of Kashyapa came 61,000 sons headed by Nivata Kavachas. They stand in front of sun and they start praying. No? They go facing the sun, they run in front of the sun, praising the sun, who are known as Punlomas and Kalakilyas. They are physically very strong and expert in fighting, and their aim was to disturb the sacrifice performed by the great sages. My dear king, when your grandfather Arjuna went to the heavenly planets, he alone killed all these demons. The Kalakilyas were killed by Arjuna, and thus Indra became extremely affectionate towards him. Arjuna killed this Kalakiyas. The wife of Simhika, Viprachita, begot her 101 sons, of whom the eldest is Rahu, and others are 100 Ketus. So Ketus are 100. Of all of them, attended positions in the influential planets. So Rahu and Ketu are very dangerous planets for us. They affect, and they will come to every one of us, and they are going to affect everyone. That means in this world, it's not very good place. Now, please hear me as I discuss the descendants of Aditi in chronological order. In this dynasty, the Supreme Lord Narayana descended by his plenary expansion. The names of the sons of Aditi: Vishwana, Aryamana, Pusha, Tvashta, Shivita, Bhaga, Dhata, Vidata, Varuna, Mitra, Shatru, and Urukrama. Urukrama is like Vamande, is the last one. Sanya, the wife of Vivashwan, the sun god, gave birth to Manu, named Siddhadeva. And the same fortunate wife also gave to twin sons Yamaraj and river Yamuna. Thus, while wandering on the earth in the form of Mara, Sanya gave birth to Ashwini Kumaras. So many people are born. Chai, another wife of sun god, begat two sons named Sanishchara and Savarani Manu, and one daughter, Tapati, who married Samvarna. From the womb of Murtaka, the wife of Aryaman, were born many learned scholars. Among them, Lord Brahma created the human species, which are endowed with an aptitude of self examination. Pusha had no sons. When Lord Shiva was angry at Daksha, Pusha had laughed at Lord Shiva and shown his teeth. Therefore, he lost his teeth and had to live by eating only grounded flour. What a punishment. Rachana, the daughter of Daityas, became the wife of Prajapati Tvashta. By semen, he begot in her womb two very powerful sons named Sannivesha and Vishwarupa, who was killed by Indra only. Although Vishwarup was the son of the daughters of their eternal enemies, the demons, the demigods accepted him as their priest in accordance with the order of Brahma. When they were abandoned by their spiritual master Brihaspati, who they had disrespected. So thus end the Bhaktivinoda purport of the sixth canto. Only one purport, one line is the whole chapter. Sixth canto, sixth chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam entitled The Progeny of Daughters of Daksha. So we have successfully completed one chapter in half an hour. This is very, because not much is there. It's all names. So Prabhupada just wrote that also he quoted Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. He didn't write his purport also. Raja Vacha Keshaye Het. So now this is the question. This is the point of the next chapter. The Vishwarupa was accepted as the Guru in place of Brihaspati. So then next chapter here the Parikshit Maharaj is going to ask Kash Yaheto Parikyatya Acharyenatmanas Sura Etachakshava Bhagavan Chishyanam Akaram Guru. Maharaj Parikshit inquired from Sukadeva Goswami, O great sage, why did the spiritual master of the demigods Brihaspati reject the demigods who were his own disciples? What offense did the demigods commit against their spiritual master? Please describe me to me this incident. So from here we can nicely discuss. We have so many things to discuss. It's a nice chapter. सप्तमे गुरुना त्यक्तैर्देवैर्देवतः दैत्यः प्रजा पाराजितैः विश्वरूपो गुरुत्वेन व्रतो ब्रह्मोपदेशतः. In this seventh chapter describe how Brihaspati was offended by the demigods, how he left them and the demigods were defeated, and now the demigods, following the instructions of Lord Brahma, accepted Vishwarup as the priest to perform their sacrifice. So here the chapter starts. So this is the setting the scene. How did this incident happen? O king, once upon a time, the king of heaven, Indra, being extremely proud because of his great opulence of the three worlds, transgressed the laws of Vedic etiquette. Seated on his throne, he was surrounded by Maruts, Vasus, Rudras, Adityas, Ribhus, Vishwadevas, Sadhyas, Ashwini Kumaras, Siddhas, Charanas, Gandharvas, and by great saintly persons. All surrounding him were the Vidyadharas, Apsaras, Kinnaras, Patagas, birds, and Urugas, snakes. Now we saw them, no? They are born and they are here. All of them are offering Indra their respects and services, and the Apsaras and Gandharvas were dancing and singing and with very sweet musical instrument. Over Indra's head was a white umbrella as effulgent as the full moon, flanked by yak tails, which and served with all the paraphernalia of great kings. Indra was sitting with his wife Sachidevi, who occupied half of the throne. When the great sage Brihaspati appeared in that assembly, Brihaspati, the best of the sages, was the spiritual master of Indra and the demigods and was respected by demigods and demons alike. Nevertheless, although Indra saw his spiritual master before him, he did not rise from his own seat or offer a seat to his spiritual master, nor did Indra offer him a respectful welcome. Indra did nothing to show him respect. Finish. So, ततो निगतय सहसा कविरङ्गीरसः प्रभो यायुस्व गृहिं तूष्णीं विद्वान् श्रीमद्विक्रियम्. Brihaspati know everything that would happen in the future. Seeing Indra's transgression of etiquette, he completely understood that Indra was puffed up by his material opulence. Although able to curse Indra, he did not do so. Instead, he left the assembly in silence, returned to his home. So, Indra, the king of Hemkum, immediately understood his mistake. Realizing he had disrespected his spiritual master, he condemned himself in the presence of all the members of the assembly. It did not take much time. Indra immediately realized, but it was too late by the time only. His guru told him, अहो भतमः साधु कृतं विधि दभ्रबुद्धिना यन्मन्यवस्य मन्तेन गुरु सद्यसि कातरः. I think from here now I want to explain in detail some other very important aspect, but I will just take this. Alas, what a regrettable deed I have committed because of my lack of intelligence and my pride in my material opulence. I failed to show respect to my spiritual master when he entered this assembly, and thus I have insulted him. Very important lessons from this section onwards. I don't want to rush here. We will go little slowly because a very important thing we have to learn from this section. What Indra is talking here, and that's what Kunti Marana is also Janma Ishwara Shuta Sribir. Here, na, it is all uh, self centered, ego centered, how disrespect manifest. So, it is very dangerous. Material pleasure, the risk is always there. So, we see. Although I am king of the demigods, who are situated in mode of goodness, I was proud of little opulence and polluted by false ego. Under the circumstances, who in this world would access such riches at the risk of falling? Alas, I condemn my wealth and opulence. So I will take more detail tomorrow. Today is Ekadasi. I want to chant. So we will end here. If you have any questions related to previous thing, it is not scary. It is interesting. It is scientific. Mata is it is scary that species are born from different humans are going. No, it is the technology they had. That's all. If anybody has any questions related to it, we'll take. Otherwise, we will go for this detail on this tomorrow. Any species species are born. Any questions on that? Okay. Okay. I also don't have much details on that to share. Okay. Thank you all very much. We'll end here.